Hey guys, it's Grant Balfour here, ex-pitcher of the Tampa Bay Rays, Oakland Athletics, Minnesota Twins, Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds. I just wanted to say you're watching Mattie C Sports for You and Me podcast. Enjoy the show. Mattie's got a lot of great things to talk about, wide range of sports. Get on there. Hope to see you guys soon on the show. All right, guys. Take care.
On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch.
Coming in at 320 kilobytes per second, it's time for Mattie C's Sports for You and Me.
All right, everybody. Mattie C Sports for You and Me. I have two guests today. I got my friend Iggy, Day of Fight Story, and I got Lionel Boogz Young up top there, or might be somewhere after this is produced. My man Boogz is fighting Mr. Bruno on that side of me on July 2nd. So, Boogz, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, had a good week of training. I'm almost ready for July 2nd. I just got to do a little bit more preparation, and then I'll be 100% ready, 100% done. Feeling good, like striking-wise. I know Bruno was going to try and, do takedowns. I know he's going to do submissions. I know he did, a flying triangle. I would love to powerbomb somebody in the ring, so if he tries some shit like that. But I don't know. I'm feeling good everywhere. I'm not really worried about where the fight would go. I'm not really worried about per se what he would do. I'm more thinking about what's what's next, but I'm thinking about July 2nd, at 10 o'clock. That's where my brain's at. What are you going to be doing at 10 p.m.? Most likely I'm going to be stepping in the cage. That's just where my brain's at. My brain's in that time zone, that frame right there. I'm already living there. And I'm just thinking about this next battle, and I really don't see much that he's going to do besides jiu-jitsu. If he doesn't submit me, and I see that as that might not happen. He is a black belt, so anything can happen in the world of MMA. But I feel like that's where all his chips lie. I feel like his chips don't lie on his takedown, because I feel like he doesn't have the greatest takedowns. So I don't feel like he's gonna capitalize in that area. I feel like he's relying everything on that he might hopefully get some type of weird scramble. He's gets something and he could submit me. But I train with some real high level guys. Right now my homeboy Brandon Murphy staying with me, you know what I mean? Shout out to Brandon. He was at Jackson Wink, so helping my wrestling, helping some other stuff that, he could help with, aggression, sometimes just a body you need in the gym, just constant body, a constant person you can train with. So, I'm feeling good.
Iggy?
Have you changed anything for your upcoming fight?
Besides the weight, it's not gonna be at 35, it's at 140. We're still working on the diet. As far as where I'm training, I'm advancing on my Muay Thai, I'm advancing on my wrestling, I'm advancing on my jits. So I'm just trying to like round everything in. My IQ is getting bigger and bigger. I'm thinking more on my feet. I'm thinking more while I'm sparring people. So, you know, nah, I really keep my fight game the same, man. I think it's working for me. I think I'm getting better at it. At anything, I'm just advancing more stuff and, you know, getting rid of like more of the waste, I think, in MMA. Like there's more things that work, and, you know, I try to work at things that only work. I hope that suffices the answer.
So with that, I mean, you got Citadel, obviously, that's your home pretty much. You know, I saw X and Eric the other day with he was in the room with Trevor, I believe.
Yeah, shout out to Trevor, man. Trevor just got a big W.
Yes, he did, and he was impressive too. And goddamn, is he tall, man?
Imagine sparring, bro.
No, I don't want to imagine that. He's tall as hell.
Oh my God. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay. No, I was just saying he's tall as shit, man. Like, how all right, so I'll ask another question. How do you spar with that guy?
Do
you have to do like a Ryukin type of thing?
Nah, it really depends on like how he's feeling that day or what the coaches bring out. Like, believe it or not, like we go more Muay Thai based because he got real long arms. It's real hard to like stand there and spar with him because like he'll trip you, and he's like so far away, he'll trip you from far away. So you gotta like use a lot of movement, a lot of feints, sometimes a lot of leg kicks, and then sometimes you just gotta be willing to let him come in and you out overuse his length, and you try and go into the body, and it creates more shots for you. But that's every once in a while with him, man. He's like a hard guy to solve as a puzzle, man. Actually, shit, edit that out, man. I might have told too much information.
I'll make sure I do that for you, Boogz. No worries.
Yeah, just clean that up just a bit. Nah, man, like he gets better and better every week. Like his Muay Thai is insane. His grappling is insane. His jiu-jitsu is insane. He's a full fucking force. Like, and with his length, it's like scary. Like he put himself in like a pretzel position and like make himself like it's insane. He can use his length to his advantage, or he could take it away from you and like take away your limbs and like be holding your ankle while his other hand's at like on your wrists, and then now he's putting you in a triangle. Like he's a hard person to figure out. So I'm thinking like at welter, it's gonna be tough for a lot of people, fam.
And that's the thing. It's like you have him, you have you have M with Muay Thai, you have Jadafar, who is just an absolute beast.
EJ just went pro Muay Thai, man, and watch out for EJ. When I say that man there's not too many people I gotta shy away from him. He's one of the people that like every once in a while when he's in one of the zones, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll go with somebody smaller.
And then obviously Don took the 2 belts. He just took Cage Titans last week.
Don's a beast.
So you guys are clocking into work, man.
Yeah, man. Like we want more people to. We're trying to like really get our brand off, man, and get more people out there to know what we're about and what we're doing. And, you know, like anybody that comes in the gym, they know that like lighter fighters are like very hands-on helping, signing people up, whether it's like showing people stuff. So it's like a very loving gym, man. So we just like to like perform well, man. Really get the message out there. You made me feel bad. I'm like, damn, he got on my shirt and I don't even got on my shirt.
Nah, it's all good, man. I guess we're even because the one mistake I did was I had my shoes on the mat and go, yo, don't. When you would tell
that's a comment. That's the rule universal. Somewhere. Like,
no, I know. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
He even set up a little studio for me, Iggy.
I did. I tried to get you
Fancy.
I tried to get him a little space where he could do his thing.
He did an excellent job.
Yeah, I wanted him to like reach out to more because like, was I your first MMA guy?
No. Peter Barrett was.
Peter Barrett was before me.
He was before you.
That is fucking wild, man. That is wild. I feel like our connection was like more. I guess it would say like transcends all the others. So then, I guess that's what it is. It just feels like I was.
Nah, man. It ain't like that, man. It ain't like that.
Nah, it feels like I was the first. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was first.
No, but you were the first gym I ever went. No, you were the first gym I ever went to.
You know what? I'm gonna mentally say that I was the first fighter you reached out to, but Peter made the interview first. So mentally, to me, I was first. That's how I'm gonna put it, and that's how I'm gonna think it. I'm gonna just keep thinking it like that.
All right, and you usually answer my call right when I call you. So much respect for that, man.
He my dude.
Iggy, you know him just as well as me.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, me and Iggy. Many of it. Damn, it's been like, I'd say like 5, 6, probably more than that.
Yeah.
More than that, because did you do it? No, you never did a Cage Titans, did you? I mean, no, not Cage Titans. CFX.
No.
No, yeah. So I would say, yeah. So it's been about, yeah, because I've been going to like Cage Titans for almost about. I didn't go to the first few. I went to after AFO. So that was probably like 2007 and on. I've been to Cage Titans.
Yeah, I started with Cage Titans. My first event was in 2014.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay. Mine was CT50. I had to look at the tag. No, because I got CES ones too.
My first time fighting at Cage Titans was when I fought Barrett.
Yes, I remember. You know what's funny? I went on YouTube and I never knew you were his debut fight. You fought him first. So see, it roles reversed. I interviewed him first. You fought him first.
You're right. You're 100% right about that.
The universe is connected.
That was a fun fight. Man. That was a fun fight there.
Iggy, were you there for that?
I have no idea.
I think that was before Iggy. That might have been. Don't give me.
You didn't have any hair.
I want to say 2011 or 12. I want to say that, or it might have been 2010, but it was in one of those 3 years where that happened, where that fight happened. Because we was actually teammates for a long time.
We should have just called this history lesson with Boogz today. I'm learning all the Cage Titan stuff today.
I always learn from Boogz. Always. He's always gives me like the breakdown of when it all started and who did this and who did that. He's giving me all the backstory.
Nah,
the promotion starts and
I be just remembering all this stuff because like I remember when there was no like it was crazy because like when I first wanted to like fight, I tried to fight out here and there was like no, they just actually started Cage FX. So like everybody was still going to like ice. So we had to go to like Rhode Island to like watch fights. And then everything just started like booming to kind of like it steamrolled for a while because you had like Cage FX and then you had like AFO. And then like they was like dominating until you had like CES. Like CES is like that's just crazy how that shit blew up. That shit blew up fairly like quickly.
It's so crazy that it was like I met you at Cage Titans 50 and you knew my buddy Keith Boogz.
Me and Keith go back. We go back. Me and Keith go back. Keith, shout out to Keith, man. Shout out to Keith. I should do his podcast one day, man.
You should, man.
I should tell him what I think about.
I'll let him know. But I said, me and him were just chilling there, and he's like, "Oh, that's Lionel," and I go, "Okay." and you just look pissed. And then you told me in a future interview, nah, I don't get pissed. But like at that moment, I'm just in the zone. I don't care who's around me type of deal.
Yeah, I don't know. Like to me, like once I get in the building, it's like 3 stages. Weird. Like I don't know if other people go through that, but like the first stage is like meet and greet. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. Like just my inner. I'm not saying this with every fighter, but like the first stage is like I know I'm gonna have like family or friends. Let me at least try and see as many people as I can. Let me say hi to y'all. And then after that, the other stage is like, all right, let me go and start getting like ready. And like you have to get ready, like mentally. And then after that, the third stage is like, yo, I'm gonna go kill something, bro. And it's just like there's just different levels to it. Like some people take it like I'm gonna kill something and fucking it goes 1,000. And there's some people that's like having a conversation. And those are the people that's smooth. And I'm usually not that smooth. I'm usually more on like the 8, 9 versus 9 scale, where you got like a person like Israel Adesanya is probably like cool as fucking waking up. Like he's probably like a 2, like, yo, bro, I'm about to go beat this dude's ass. And then he goes, you get what I'm saying? So that's like how those like be the levels. And
it's funny because I must have been in the kill zone at that point.
Yeah, I was probably in the craziest part when I be in cage times, I really be amped up. Like after Bruno, like when I go fight Bruno, I'm gonna be amped as fuck because like the example I want to like set, like fighting him, like it was hard to find me this fight. So I want to make it fucking damn near impossible to find me a fight. I want to make it so hard that the only person they're like, yo, just fight the party or the guy that party fought or some shit like that. Like that's how different I just want it to be. And it's just gonna be. I want to massacre this dude. And I really like him. I don't have no ill will against Bruno. You know what I mean? I hear some little foul shit about him, and I know how he treats certain people, so I really don't like that shit. But you know what I mean? I don't have enough proof or enough, people be feeling some type of way, but you know what I mean? I really don't really care too much for him, don't know him. I don't like the people that I be with. So like I personally take it as I could really do some shit because I you know what I mean? I really don't like Rodrigo that much. Saul's cool sometimes, but he kind of wishy-washy. So it's like I really somewhat don't be liking certain shit. So it's like to beat him up in a controlled manner is like, yo, that's what's up. Like we don't gotta be enemies, you know what I mean? I don't want to meet you outside and fight, but to get a win off you and beat your ass and you know what I mean? And like to have that beat a fucking black belt, like that's what's up. Let's go for
it. Iggy.
So you're going to be fighting Bruno July 2nd.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of, people have a certain perspective on weight cutting. Now you're going up and you're going to be fighting at 140. How are you going to make sure that things aren't, I know things happen when people do weight cut, but what people sometimes forget is that even after the weight cut, let's say you don't make weight, not in this one, but I'm saying people, that stays with you. There's that stigma of a person who doesn't make weight. Does that at all affect you?
No. Mistakes happen in this game. One of the biggest things that I can honestly say is that's like saying that if an NBA team's bad this year, could they not be better next year? I'm a franchise, and just like an NBA team. So even just like how I have a bad record, like that only matters if I stop right now. That record only matters if I stop right now. If I keep going and I keep winning or losing, the record changes. So the outcome changes. So I feel like that's the same thing. Sometimes it takes people a while to learn certain things. Me going down so many weight cuts, my body has went through so many different changes. A lot of people haven't did what I did, so they wouldn't understand what my body goes through. They wouldn't understand me. So do I give a fuck about what they say? Nah. Unless the commission's telling me I can't fight, do I care? Nah. Unless the promotion's telling me they're going to not pay me the same or pay me less, nah. I care less what people say. Because at the end of the day, most of them people saying shit are on the couch. Very few of them are in the gym trying to compete with me or kind of trying to compete with their peers. So when I think about what my peers think, you know, there's some fighters that are mad at me, but then I can ask that same fighter, did you go from fucking 195 fighting Steve Dunn to fucking 135, bro? So let's not ask about my dedication to the sport. I do make mistakes, and you know, I'm human like everybody else. Anybody can, like, you know, it's not done purposely, it's not done maliciously. If it was done maliciously, a person would be off by like, you know, 10, 15 pounds. But, you know, if I'm in the range, man, just know I tried. And some things happen, man. Every fighter can attest to that, I assume. Especially ones that like went down in a weight and went to a weight that was like not so familiar with them. Like, I'm not saying 135 wasn't familiar with me, but it was the first time I was dealing with like a nutritionist. So it was just a little different. And before I made weight, man, so 136 does count. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, no,
Can't be too mad at what people.
I've seen many fighters that, you know, they don't make weight, but they don't do anything about it. Like, it's like they walk in there not taking it seriously, which is something that people need to consider when they're judging fighters on their weight cut. Because I saw you in the back, in the sauna, doing your thing from the moment, you know what I mean? So
and another thing I want these people to understand is normally these weigh-ins are not done, as everybody can attest that ever fought, that ever been around. Normally these weigh-ins are not done at 10 a.m. They're not done at 12. They're only done around like 3, which people hate. But that's normally the reason. The reason is it gives that fighter enough time in a day to actually cut if he needs that extra day. To have somebody wake up and say, hey, weigh in at 10, 12. I'm not saying they're wrong, not saying they're right. I got to get it better than I got to do it the night before. But it's just a little different, man. Like I've been fighting for many years, and I can honestly say if anybody goes to fights and anybody weighs in, it's usually around like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Even if they give you a 12 o'clock, they're like 12 to a certain time. But you know, lately it's been different. You know, I've been having to get more accustomed to what it is. I haven't fought on cage tight in my whole career, so I don't know if this is a cage tight thing. I don't know, but you know, I fought at CES. I fought at many other promotions, and you know, usually you get more time. That's what I'm saying. So I would say that would be the difference that I'm not used to, and I really wasn't putting that into account. You kind of put more into account that you're just trying to cut weight and you're fighting on this day and you're weighing in this day. You really don't put into account that you're waking up at 10 a.m. So it's like if you really started weight cutting at, let's say, 6 and you don't got that weight gone, you know what I mean? You're kind of already fucked. So it's like, now if they would have gave you till 2, would you have got rid of that weight? That's possible. It's just, everything's a possibility. You know what I mean? Like if I wasn't in that sauna, it happened to be in my home sauna and I could have been in like a real sauna, would I have made the weight for that extra like 2 hours or something like that? Or, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's a difference. So I don't know. People can put that into a test too. You can put that into account. You know, I'm a professional, so I take it that I didn't make the weight, and I can fully understand that. But I don't know. What would that mean? Somebody would fight me at a heavier weight, or they just don't want to fight me? I don't know. I would still say, let me fight. I've seen other people that didn't make weight at all, and people fought them again and again and again. The whole world fights them. So what's the difference? Why? Because I might win? Like, nah. That's judgment. That's judgment of the weak. I feel like that's a weak person's argument. If they feel like they can win the fight, they can win the fight. If I don't make weight, they actually get extra money. So I don't even know why that's an argument. Everybody loves money.
And I can agree with Iggy too, with along the sense of, you know, like you said, you were cutting weight for the, was it for Joe's fight? You were cutting weight.
Joe was the one that I missed. I made the other two.
Right. And so like I seen like from there's so many errors of weight cuts that haven't made. People have missed weight by a half a pound. Like people don't understand how crazy serious this is. And
like to my problem, like so I was dealing with a nutrition, and the nutritionist was kind of off of somebody, so it was like piggybacking off somebody else's and giving like a estimate of what it should be. It wasn't the best, but it was very good, and it got me very clean. I was eating clean. Like if I wasn't eating that good and I wasn't on that type of diet, I probably wouldn't have been able to go that long, at least 5 rounds with him, because like as far as like body wise, I was in good shape. I wish I had better results. But yeah, it just sometimes like weight cuts is different, man. Like it could be one little mistake you make. Like my biggest mistake I overdrank water. So my body wasn't like letting go of a certain amount of water. It was holding it. So it's like I missed it by like 4 pounds, bro. You know what I mean? You know how much that hurts me to be like, I missed it because like I overdrank by like a half a gallon because I've read some instructions from somebody, you know. It hurts me the same way, but it wasn't intentional. So it's like the way that the narrative usually is that these things are intentional by a fighter. You know what I mean? And sometimes accidents happen. Like I wanted to fight. Like I could have called the fight off. You know what I mean? But it's like the person in me and the fighter in me, like I'm not gonna call no fight off, but I could have called the fight off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just different stuff, man. It's just different stuff. I just hate the narrative that every time a person miss weight, it's like by intentional, like, oh, this lazy fat fuck missed weight. You know what I mean? It's not always that, and that's not always the case with everybody. Not saying it doesn't happen with some people. Yeah, there's some people that just be like, fuck it. But it's not always like that, man. At least like not with me. I can only speak for me. It's not like that with me.
So, Mr. Boogz, I know that, you know, Bruno, you guys are pretty much the Cage Titans guys, you know? It's like the Barretts, the Gianettis, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I don't think that, man. I think I'm still the hired gun. I'm still the bad guy that goes in the room, and I'm not their guy. I'm not Cage Titans guy. They don't cheer for me. Like my people that come cheer for me. Like I'm not nobody's fool. So therefore, I'm the villain. I'm the villain. When they brought me in to fight Pat, I was the bad guy. He was the good guy. I got booed. People told me I sucked. All right. They didn't tell me, hey, it was a good fight. They was mad that their boy got knocked out. All right. So therefore, and then after when I fought his friend, I was hated again. You want to know how bad it is? There's some people that like go to Hard Knocks and be like, yo, you beat up my homeboys, this and this. And I'd be like, bro, we accept fights to fight people, bro. It's like not intentional. It's not like I met this motherfucker at a bar and like beat his ass. Like if he won the fight, y'all would have been sitting here snickering like, yeah, my homeboy beat his ass. Like I don't get it's weird, bro. It's weird. They like feminine. It's like, but it's like very, very weird. Very weird, bro. Let me watch my words because I don't know who's watching this.
You've literally made one of the best T-shirts I've seen in an MMA fight.
Bro, my next shirt, well, I'm not going to make a shirt for Bruno, but my next shirt after that fight, because like the Bruno fight to me is like a warm-up fight, you know what I mean? It's like to get back, but the one after that is going to be epic because I already got the shorts for it. I just got to make the shirt with it. So I'm like geared up for that.
From all of your fights, which one has impacted you the most?
I would say it's a few. It was a few because they all did different things. So I couldn't just put it in like one. I would say the party fight showed me that I belonged, that I was on equal, well, even if I don't belong, I'm on equal standing or equal playing field with some of the best. And hate him or love him, he's up there. He got the ranking, you know, so that's what it is. But from that fight, it showed me that, yeah, I'm what I thought I was in my head. I think that would be the best answer. And because I know what I am, like the person in my head is like so mad because he's like, you didn't let me fight. You fought good. She didn't let me fight. And I can honestly say that because I felt it in like rounds 3, 4, 5. I felt it and I shouldn't have. I should have been at the right proper place. And that's my fault. And that comes back to missing weight. So it's like, as much as people feel like it hurt the fight or the person or my image, it hurt me physically. Like it hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you don't think I could have fucking tried to avoid that, like I would have went 5 rounds if what happened didn't happen. I didn't have to spend extra time in the sauna, or I could have did it a different way. You know, so I think about that shit too. So I be thinking the party would be one. I don't know if y'all know him, but I believe his name is Luis Rodriguez, or his name is that. He used to be at City of Tone. He's the reason why I went and learned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I was fighting for CES, and I didn't know Jiu-Jitsu. So this is the craziest part. Like, I have a lot of shit on my record, and I could tell y'all openly, like, I didn't know some of this shit. Like, I was fighting cage fights without knowing Muay Thai. I didn't know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for my first 7 fights. I learned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu after like my 7th, 8th fight. So, and I started out like 5-1 or some crazy shit. I started out with a crazy record. And then I started getting fed to like, I fought Chip. Chip's one of the other people I would put on the list. With Chip, I didn't know Muay Thai. So after this motherfucker's kicking me and I'm walking funny, I'm home and I'm picking up my kid, and I can't pick up my kid because this motherfucker got me like crippled and shit. Because like I didn't just go down after he kicked me like some people would. Like he kicked me and kicked me and kicked me, and we went to like the 4th round for like the middleweight belt in MMA for Cage FX. I believe it was like the 4th round. Could have been like 3rd or 4th. It wasn't the 1st or 2nd. I made it past that far. I can't find some of these fights for some reason, but then again, this was like fucking damn near a decade ago. So yeah, Chip was like kicking my legs off, and then he made me go learn Muay Thai. I was like, shit, I'm gonna go down to Y Crew. And yeah, so I would say the party changed a lot. Chip and Lewis definitely made me go learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Because my first 6 fights, I was under this gym called BKJA. It was like a karate gym, like karate and circle jiu-jitsu, like small circle jiu-jitsu. Like I'm talking about like Carter karate, like Cobra Kai, that type of shit.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah. So like I thought like that was the way to go. But the reason why is I could explain it. Lyoto Machida was hot at the time. So it was like, it just seemed right. It just so seemed right. And the dude's, the teacher, he had some like previous cage fighting background-ish, somewhat. So that was like, let's go for it.
Well,
but that would be my answer. I don't know if that suffices, because I couldn't say one person, because I don't think one person per se, like there's some fights I got like wrestle fucked, and I'm like, I need to learn wrestling. But at the end of the day, this dude was like a college Division I. Like I could wrestle with a person like that now. I can't wrestle with that motherfucker. Like, damn. It's about knowledge base and what you know at the time. So I would say those would be my 3. Those would be my 3. And the reason why I would put him on the list is only because his ranking, how good they say he's are, the potential of where he could go, and the fight we had. I really don't feel like it was a bad performance from me. I feel like it was a good performance, and something I could be proud of if I said that was my last fight. You know what I mean? So
that was a great fight.
Yeah. So it's like
especially being right there.
Like there's plenty of shit. like he was me dropping him to the ground and that arm head triangle, and the fight was over. Like that's how close the fight was, so close. Like
Boogz, you gotta look at the good things in life.
Hey, my sons got those hung up. They be like, Dad, what's your next one gonna be? I'm like, don't know.
It's a kid.
Can't tell them, man. If I tell them, they won't be surprised.
It's like Christmas. What's Dad gonna be?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I know I'm not gonna do nothing crazy this one, you know what I mean? Because I really want to like focus in just like on my performance. I know he's gonna try and do some jiu-jitsu shit. I know he's gonna try and do BJJ. I don't think he's gonna try and stand and bang like he did with the party. And if he does, I'll be interested to see what the outcome will be. Like, I'm very much favored in my side, but I would love to see what he does. Like, if he stands and bangs, like I would love to see that. I think that would be like fireworks and entertaining. I don't think I would go to sleep because I don't think he hits that hard, but I know he's gonna throw. And I would love for him to like throw one of them head kicks he threw the party and I could like sweep him. That would be cool as shit. I don't know. I just be thinking about shit like that because I look at his style. He's not gonna change from now till then. Me, I'm probably gonna make like minimal changes, but what you see is what you get. You know what I'm bringing. I'll probably add a few elbows. I'll tell you like this though. Before he submits me, I'm gonna try and split his shit open. If he takes me down, I'm gonna try and split him open. Like split him. I'm like, look at me. Remember what I said. Think of Michael Bisping versus GSP. I am going to try and split this motherfucker open. If he tries to play jujitsu, I'm not going to do no jujitsu with him. I'm just going to try and split his fucking head open. And then I'm going to try and stand up. But I'm going to split him first. Like, that's my whole objective. Like, every type of elbow. Like, not 12 to 26. I'm putting on a little angle. But definitely try and go and get crazy with that. That's something that my coach been really forcing. I've been doing a lot of burpees for doing that. Been doing a lot of burpees, a lot of work, a lot of pads, a lot of drills, a lot of sessions, a lot of pads. So I can't wait. I can't wait to fuck this kid up. You know, I was supposed to fight Richie. Richie pulled out. I was supposed to fight this other kid. He pulled out. Just been bored, bro. Want to just hit something with bad intentions. Because like when you spar, you can't spar with bad intentions. But you get kicked out of gym for shit like that. So yeah.
Well, Boogz, one thing that really stands out about you is that you keep learning and you're improving your art. Now, you mentioned, the party. You mentioned Lewis. You mentioned Chip. What advice would you give to these upcoming fighters that aren't well-rounded and are fighting these types of fighters?
So what I would say is when you're trying to learn something, stop thinking about what you're good at and try to learn what you're trying to learn. That'd be a good advice. I just told my homeboy that, and I would say that would fit because that's one of the problems that I didn't. So I knew about the party, but I thought so much about his hands and him like wanting to stand and bang because he was known for that I didn't think about the fact that maybe he knew I was known for, he knew that I would be willing to do that, and he was thinking more like let me go for the takedown. So when I did work wrestling, I worked it, but I'm still thinking of the party I wanted him to be instead of the party he was, I would say. And I would say that happens a lot in training. Like somebody would say, like, hey, this guy's good at jiu-jitsu, so what do you need to learn in jiu-jitsu? And then you'll just start doing ground and pound. So why ain't you learning jiu-jitsu? Like, why ain't you learning takedown escapes or ways to get back up off the fence or ways to get out of the clinch or certain stuff? You know what I mean? And it's like you're avoiding the real problem of what you have. You're thinking the problem is your jiu-jitsu. But if you stop him from getting you to jiu-jitsu, that kind of won't be your problem, would it? You know what I mean? So it's more like that in life, like where we look at stuff head on, like this guy's a jiu-jitsu guy, so let's work jiu-jitsu. When at the end of the day, it's like maybe you should work your cardio so he doesn't take you down, so you're not winded. Maybe you should work your wrestling defense. Maybe you should work, do jiu-jitsu, but at the end of the day, are you going to make up for him being a black belt? No. So what are you trying to accomplish if you're going to sit here and try and fight this battle with the same mindset that he's trying to fight it with? I don't know. I would say that would be the best advice I could give him, man. Don't think like your opponent, man. Think of how you can beat your opponent. What's he weak at? Like what is he? Does he not do well that you might excel at, that you could exploit? So, I'm hoping that that's like I feel like I do that with a lot of people. I did a lot with the party. I probably had like a very good time where I had most control over him in a cage, I'm thinking, but everybody's different, man. And with Bruno, I'm probably going to try and negate him wanting to do jiu-jitsu, but I probably won't negate him wanting to wrestle because I would like for Bruno to wrestle. That's the way I can knee him and elbow him. But then I would negate from him taking me down. Like the one thing I would think about while we go in the clinch, whenever we get to a clinch, make sure he doesn't go for your legs. Make sure he doesn't get a strong grip around your hip. He might try inside inside sweep. Move your feet, hips out, throw an elbow, throw a knee, back his ass up, push him off you. You know what I mean? So it's like certain shit you got to think about as you're like fighting people. And it's like before you fight him, this is what you got to think about. Like, what is he good at? What is he going to do to you? So like if me and him went in the gym, and that's probably why he didn't. So like when I was supposed to fight the party, he was supposed to come down and help me spar. And I think that's why he didn't, because he knew I would have worked his ass. But he was saying all types of reasons why he couldn't come and shit like that. So I don't know. I know I'm gonna see like on July 2nd. I'm gonna really see if like he was like really good, because he was like talking. He was like good. Like I can help you with this. I still got like the messages, and it like pisses me off because it's like it's like Richie. Like if I catch Richie in a cage with a belt on, like a contract, it's the same. It's just like I don't like the energy y'all give me sometimes. So I'm gonna fuck him up. But I believe with Bruno, I'm just, I don't know, like I really want to fuck him up. I'm not even. Like, if y'all only knew, because it's like, I know shit that's in the MMA community, and I know how he treats certain people, and I know the way he acts, and it's like, I don't like the way that sometimes happens. And a lot of people don't speak about that shit in our community. Like, there's a lot of fucking, like, click shit, and they do some fucked up shit to people that's not in their clique, and, like, he's one of them. So it's like, I really want to fuck him up just for, like, the principle of it. That there's a lot of people that probably wanted to fuck him up and like couldn't. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Well, Mr. Boogz, I think you answered a lot of questions I would have asked you, but in your own way, Mr. Boogz.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying you have a whole plan of what you are wanting to do, and you're showing that you really are taking this very serious. Not that you don't already, but
no, like I take him as a very dangerous Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Right.
Besides that, I see him as a fucking D-list fighter with an opportunity in another country where kind of the competition was kind of weak. So, and then when his fights was over here, they went kind of bad. I've been kind of wanting to tell you the truth. I've been wanting to fight him for a little bit. This is like years ago, and this is like when he first hopped on the scene. He was like acting all tough. But I liked his man Tarzan, whatever his name is. I forget his name. Started with a T though, but he was cool. He was a cool motherfucker. I believe his nickname is Tarzan. No, is it Ariel Sexton or something like that, or some? No, he was cool though. I forget his name. And he was like real good Muay Thai.
You know more than me. You're like a encyclopedia. Oh, you're like
Bro,
you're a live tapology.
I've been around for a while, but I don't think that's always a good thing because I'm like, damn, I could have been better, but I started in a bad era, and I started bad. I didn't know shit about the game plan, how people do. I didn't know nothing about like I thought like this is how naive I was, right? When I first started fighting, when people said they had wrestling, I said, me too. You want to know why? Because I'm thinking they're talking about like, you know, when you used to wrestle with your homeboys?
Yeah. Like some backyard wrestling shit.
Yes, bro. Yes. So I'm like, yo, I know.
Yeah,
wrestling.
I got that shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know that shit. They're like, oh, word. Put me in with like this college wrestler, and this dude like threw me around like a rag doll for like a whole like 2-hour session. And they was like, bro, I thought you knew wrestling. I'm like, yo, that's not the wrestling that we do. And
I thought you were talking about breaking tables and shit.
Bro. And that's how like, yo, yeah, I was like very naive to MMA. And I was very naive to what it was and how to get the shit done, how to be like what we are now and like how to get that done. I was very naive and it took me some years. So like, I would say the knowledge is like breaking it now. And like, the more I learn, man, the better I get. I feel like I got a few more years in me. So if these people accept from fights, you know, I'll have a few more times to put on a good performance.
Absolutely. Iggy.
And we got the best one. This is 4th fucking July weekend, bro.
Yeah.
And different Casamigos on 4th of July, so we ain't getting no bruises, bro. I'm telling you, we gonna go in pretty. We coming out pretty, baby. It's about to be insane. Like y'all just, I want to fight so bad. Like y'all don't understand. From like a week after the party fight, I wanted to fight. And I found a promotion that wanted to take me. And Richie said no.
Was it the one you told me about?
Richie agreed to the fight and then he said no. So I was like, shit, Richie, you won't fight me. Cool. So then I found this other promotion in like Maine, New Hampshire, somewhere. And I was trying to fight this kid. And this kid was like, nah, I'm good. Like for a week, he like kept me on standstill. So I'm like cutting weight. I'm like, yo, this shit's like a few days away. I'm on diets. And then the kid was like, nah. And then I had this other guy that said he might. Nah. Finally got a chance to fight Bruno, the last card, the one that came up we was originally supposed to fight. My son fucking gets sick. And I'm in the hospital with him for like 10 days. You know what I mean? So it's like, can I catch a fucking break, man? And then now we got this fight. So I'm like very excited. Like, I feel like I haven't fought all year, bro. Like, I feel like this is the first time I'm fighting. I feel like me and the party fought last year, bro. That's how long ago it feels to me. It feels like we fought like last year. I'm like, shit, I ain't fought this whole year. And I'm like now realizing, like, oh shit, you did fight. You just haven't had fights. You know? So I actually want to go and fight probably for CES if I could. I just want to go fight over there. Just because everybody acts like they're so good. So I just want to go like beat somebody up over there. So I'm actually like, I want to fight. After I fight Bruno, I have like a lot of ideas because I don't want to stay stagnant. I want to stay active. I wanted to pull out at least 5 fights this year. I only got 1 in so far. So if I could get super active at the end of this year or towards the end or from now till then, I would fucking love it because ain't gonna be young forever, right?
No, we're not.
Well, maybe I will, but not you. But
You're talking to the most handsome, beautiful people going.
But my name's Lionel Young.
Yeah.
But I
He's gonna
probably
stay
I
young.
won't look young forever. You know what I mean? So we got to fight while we look.
You know what's funny about that is
You want to know the
every
craziest
time.
part? You want to know the craziest part? On the low, I'm gonna tell you like this: for the fact that they had a 50-something-year-old guy fighting on Cage Titans, like, I'm not saying that I'll be fighting until I'm that age, but I know I want to fight when I'm old. So I'm most likely, even if I like retire, I'll come out of retirement like fight somebody. Just to have,
Iggy,
like,
that was John Payne, wasn't it? Last
like I
card,
heard about
John
that.
Payne.
I'm like, yo, I want to do some cool shit like that when I'm like 50. Like go beat up some young kid.
Like
crazy.
Brendan did.
Yeah, that was insane. Like to come out of retirement for like one night, like, yo, I'm back. We're beating up this kid who just beat up somebody's grandson. They'll be like, yo, what are you doing for Thanksgiving, Pops? I'm like, yeah. That shit was crazy. I know, like, his cookouts is like insane right now. Insane. He like, yeah, he massacred that kid. I watched that shit live and I was like, oh.
Wait, you were there last week?
No, I was like watching on the stream.
Okay.
I didn't believe that he was going to do that to that young kid, even though I knew that that might happen to that young kid because I've seen how they got down. But that was a massacre.
My show was featured on that, just so you know. Siegfried Stevens shouted out my name after his win.
Yo, I predicted that though. I told him, and I trained with Siegfried. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Siegfried's probably better than most pros out here. Siegfried's good. That boy's good.
Nice guy too.
Arthur's good too. That's why I'm saying, like, that gym up there got some fucking monsters. Like, they got Dangerous Dave. They got a few fucking monsters, bro. Like, they're fucking Ethan. He's a fucking beast.
Anna's
yeah, he's a fucking beast. Like, beast. Like, they got a fucking killer team out there. Like, I told him, I'm like, yo, bro, get fights out here. So I'm kind of happy they like listened to me about that. I'm like, yo, get his ass a fight out here. So I'm hoping they become like mainstays, man. They some cool dudes.
So my question and stuff is, it's not even a question I should ask. It's, are you ready? And I already know the answer. So Iggy, Iggy? It's on you.
Well, I think I need more time, man. I wouldn't even say I'm ready yet, man. There's a reason why we fight July 2nd. I give until at least July 1st to get my body in shape. You know, I need time. So, you know, I'm going to answer that question and say no. If I fought him right now, would I think I'm going to win? Yeah, that's just me being me, of course. But do I think that, like, I need more time to be the best me I could be? Obviously, yes. So I still answered you. You see how good that was?
That was good. You got me. You got me. You countered me.
So these college courses I've been taking on professionalism, they changed my vocabulary so much.
No, you counter punched me, man, right there.
Got you.
A lot of fighters have a certain image. You know, every fighter has a certain image. When you think of when somebody says a fighter's name, a certain image comes to mind, right? What image do you want people to have of you?
I don't like that idea. And I don't want you to have an image of me because I can't fit in one box. I can't fit in your box. I got imperfections and I got realism. I got stories. I got heartaches. I got pain. So you might get something out of me that might be something that you want, but you just can't handle. So I would say I'm me. That's the best image I can give you is myself. I don't try to claim to be perfect. I just try to be me. I say, speak how I feel, try to be in the most respectful way I can. And, you know, I meet disrespect with disrespect. I'm a unique individual. So I would say fit me in the category with that guy you knew and loved your whole life that was very much centered in the urban environment, but he knows how to fight. That's me.
Got you. My other thing
I think that was the best way to say it, like a hood fighter. I think that was the best way you could say that. That was like so good and classic.
My thing for you, Boogz, is like, it's not how I like think of you. It's just how I like. It reminds me of you is the Kanye song "Praise God," and then you put a post up at some point with the purge mask behind it, and it's it's in the woman in the beginning, right? In that song.
Yeah. I know the song you're talking about.
And it's like,
I forget how it goes,
but
I know the song you're talking about.
But it's like, preach to the young, and then I'm like, why? And then I think of you because your last name is Lionel Young, so I'm like, this song just has to be about him.
The weirdest part is like I'm very much, especially with fighting, I'm very much like, it's not spiritual, but I'm very much like no, I would say it is kind of spiritual because like I have like my weird like mental beliefs. Like I believe in God, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
like in that cage, I feel like it's a different essence. It's like something different. And like it's like pure and natural. And it's like it's weird. Like I conjure up like another, I don't know, it's hard to describe it, man. So it's like when I think about like me, I'm thinking of like, if I was to say like how you thinking of a song, I would think of like some crazy ass shit to Valhalla or some shit, like some crazy shit with horns. Cause like in my head, that's how it's going. It's like the fucking battle of fucking the gladiator, and like whatever music is playing in the background of that shit is like what's going on in my fucking head. I'm just ready to like go. And I think that'd be my problem because I can't make it a symphony. And I think so much like chaos, like it's like, yo, you fucking let's go. And it's hard for me to like untap it after I get into it. So would that answer it? Like, does that even answer it a little bit? Yeah,
a little bit. And I wouldn't know what you think in the cage because I would never step in there. I don't care who's in there. You're all killers. So
well, I'm not. Well, yeah, I guess. I'm just talking about like that environment. Like it's like
right. No, it's a whole nother different realm.
Yeah, it's like it's just a little different. Like I won't even be able to describe it. I could like try and like bottle it up, but it's like, nah, it wouldn't be the same.
Iggy.
Your mic's off. Oh, it's back on.
You're so observant. What are you chasing in this fight game? Other than the win, what is it that you're chasing? What is it? Where do you want to go?
I think I'm chasing those more. I'm chasing wins, names. Belts would be cool. That's like some cool shit. More money would be great. Shit. Some type of like bigger advance would be great. Like, but I think I'm actually good at something and I'm just not ready to give it up. I think that's like the most simplest way to put it. I'm not trying to do more than, these guys got the blueprint already. It's not like, that's why I kind of get mad because it's like you take my same skill set, you make me 0-0, these guys 0-0, you give me the same opponents as them. I'm probably in the UFC just like them. So it's not about the talent. I really don't believe I don't have the talent. I believe I have to hurt a lot of people to give them or somebody a good enough story to actually come and grab me. So do I think I still have potential to make it somewhere? Yeah, but I just want to win as much as possible. So one day when I'm passing on this knowledge, I can pass on winning knowledge. Right now, I'm passing on winning knowledge. mentally, but physically on paper not at the moment. So I think that's the first problem that I'm really trying to chase and fix. At least get to like 500. If I'm gonna give up, I'd rather be 500 before I give up. At least say that it was an even bouts. As many times I lost, I won. You know, I tried as much. So that's like more of my principle. My body's still in good. Most damage I took in a fight, I would say it was like the ending of the fight against the party. I was probably like 2 or 3 elbows, some good punches, you know. Hats off to him. But yeah, man, I don't really think that there's not much you could gain without doing much. So instead of like sitting on the couch and being an observer, I'd rather still be active. I think I got some years left. Does that answer you, girl?
My last thing for you, Boogz, the toughness you had after and during that fight was absolutely amazing. You know, at the end of the fight, I remember you were looking for the fucking doctor in the place, and here's Boogz in the room where usually me and you are, Iggy, and he's just like, his eyes all swelled shut. He's like, I'm still bleeding, bro. I'm still bleeding, and doctor didn't show up for 30 minutes, and I think Mike asked me. I said, "Can you send Boogz in?"
I was just talking to them like with my shit bleeding. They're just looking at me, and my coach is like, "Yo." My coach is telling me some good shit. He's just talking to me like, "I know you're mad. I know you know." Saying shit to get me back up. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I'm just saying how tough you were before, during, and after. You still came to say hello to me, so I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah, of course, man. I'm from a very old school background, so you know I got a lot of fight in me. I can't wait till y'all see what I have in store for July 2nd. I'm really gonna try and do something different. It's very rare I choose to do something different, or I choose to try and be different, or try to excel outside the box. So with that being said, I'm really gonna try to do that. I normally ain't one of those. Yeah, I'm just really excited to compete. I really feel like I have to do something different to get them to want to get people to want to like see me compete more. So, you know, I want to do something that's gonna make me be more respected. And I feel like what I'm gonna do is gonna help me be feared more. And the more I accomplish goals like that, I think the less and less people will care about the record, and I'll get more fights that I should get. And you know, you win some, you lose some, but I just want to fight, man. I just want to compete. I just be thinking about that shit because, like, sometimes, like, if y'all only knew how it was for a fighter at this like aspect of his life, at this aspect of his career, where they like tell you that you should retire, and everybody mentally thinks you should retire, and you really feel like you have like a lot left in you, and like they're constantly trying to push you out, and you just have like, it's a lot. Some days it's a lot. Some days mentally it's a lot. It takes a lot for me to go to the gym daily. But yeah, man, I'm gonna fuck this guy up July 2nd. And if God bees that he actually pulls off a victory, I'm gonna make it that he's so hurt from this, because I'm thinking of so much violence. And I don't think there's a person that's gonna be able to stop me from being this violent. I train with some real good killers, real good fighters, and I'm gonna fuck his shit up. And if he can withstand what I give him, and he comes through all that and wins, hats off to him. But I feel like I'm better than the party. I feel like I won that fight for 3 rounds, and I feel like if I put a good example on this kid that he went 3 rounds with, if I finish him early and in an impressive way, I don't know, I get another shot. I want to hurt people, and I want to hurt people that want to be hurt. So I want to fight, man. If you know a fight, tell them to holler at me. Get them a fucking DMs. 135, maybe 140. I'll do 145 depending on who the fighter is. You know, I'm not gonna get into a fucking wrestling match with like a big fucking bull 185 cutting down ass motherfucker. Now, if it's a guy like Lacey, I would love to be there. I told them I wanted Aaron Lacey. I was going to take that fight. I told them I would jump in, and they just let. I don't even want to talk about that. That was the other one that hurt my heart. Oh my God, that hurt my heart, man. That hurt my heart because that was like 2 months ago. That was like 2 months ago. That like hurt. But yeah, we got Bruno. So,
any last things, Iggy?
No, just thank you, Lionel, and thank you, Mattie, for this opportunity. And you talked about your image and stuff, but one thing that you also pointed out at the end is that you're old school, and the old school part of it brings the respect of the game, which a lot of people have forgotten what the respect of this game actually is. So that's one thing that you should keep in mind.
thank you. I take that to heart. I know my lineage will be great, so I'll lose now to win later. I know there'll be plenty of times I'm on a plane heading to a UFC event, so I'm not nervous now. I got Jadoffer. Got other fighters that we're making, man. We got Trevor, so I'll be a mainstay for a while.
And again, Lionel, thank you for always being on the show. Always love having you on the show.
Thank you,
You're a good
brother.
person. You welcoming me into your gym. That's like real class act and respect. And I thank you for that. Show me a world some people don't even see. Most people see an octagon, but they don't see where the training's at. So yeah. I thank you for showing me that world and showing me how crazy big Jadoffer is. Man, he's huge.
Dude, that's fucking Nagano Jr. That dude's a huge motherfucker. He's a big boy. He's a big boy, man. He's a big boy. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I was thinking, I'm trying to see if I could get me some like red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? So like I was gonna holler at that Wicked Muay Thai. See if I can get like some customs like made in like probably the next few weeks. Being that it's like, 4th of July and shit.
Yeah.
I know they're doing like the Cage Titans red, white, and blue, but that's a little I can't do what everybody else do, I might need something smooth for myself. So I might do some Superman. I might come with a Superman theme this time to Cage Titans. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but watch out for it. Just, I'm thinking of ideas of things to do. I'm thinking of something real small. It's going to be small and subtle. So it's going to be from the heart and people should really accept it for what it is. But it's going to be something cool. I'm thinking about something small. But like the next fight after this for Cage Titans is going to be like a real dramatic. I'm going to go all out. And I'm letting y'all know I'm like really hunting for 135. So all these 135ers out here, if you're getting on the show, you know what I mean? Tell them, what up? Let's dance. You know what I mean? 2-step.
I'll definitely keep an eye out for you, Boogz, for sure.
So they call
Boogz, tell them where they can follow you, my friend.
It's usually Boogz 508 everywhere, man. Lionel Boogz Young on Facebook. I don't really do too much other stuff that I want you people to follow me on, but if you got a bag of money for me or you got a sponsorship, we can hit up on that Instagram. We can hit up on that Facebook. Lionel Boogz Young, Boogz 508. Hit me, man. Look out for the new shirts from DNLB coming out soon.
And Iggy, how can they follow you and your YouTube?
All of my handles are Igdalia LLC. So just put Igdalia LLC and you'll find me.
All right. And everybody, this is Mattie C Sports. These are my good friends and guests, Lionel Boogz Young and Igdalia Medina. So watch out for us July 2nd because we coming in hard. So we'll talk to everybody later.
Thanks for watching Mattie C's Sports for You and Me. Make sure to follow Matty Cameron on Twitter at MattCameron23 or follow him on Instagram at MattieC23 or subscribe to his YouTube channel, Mattie C's Sports for You and Me. Once again, thanks for watching.